Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I am here playing around with these stamps that I got from Inlovearts, inlovearts.com. It's actually not inlovearts.com, sorry, I just lied about that. I gotta look really quick because I always forget. Inloveartsshop.com is what the website is, okay? It is Inlovearts, but it's inloveartsshop.com, okay? And I'll have the link to all of these things that I got from them in my description box below. And then I was playing with these background stamps that I showed you guys the other day. So I'm going to show you what I did, just so that you get an idea. So I'm going to take this funky one that is this design, and it kind of like I said, it reminded me kind of a Halloween type thing. So hold on, let me grab a paper. I have one, but it has the stamps that I already did on it, and so I just thought I should probably show you first what I did. Might be smart. So I took just a little paper plate. I got a sponge damp. It's not like dripping wet, but it's also not almost dry. It's fairly wet. And then I took some Elmer's, just regular school glue, and I went kind of all over on here. This is why I want it kind of wet, because it's almost like making decoupage in a way. You're mixing the water and the glue together, so it's not just pure glue on there. If that makes any sense. So I'm covering it. It's kind of going to act like a stamp pad, and I'm sure you can get it. I mean, many of you may have done this sort of thing. You know, I've put glue on my stamps before too. But anyhow, this is just how I did it, if you want to see. So I just took the stamp, and I'm just getting the glue and water on there. But the good part about mixing the glue with the water, because I've done it with just the glue before, like trying to dip the stamp in the glue, and then you get like big gloppy spots, which obviously makes sense, because that's kind of the way glue is. So if you do it this way with the sponge and a little bit of water, it really does kind of act more like a stamp pad. So it's kind of cool. And I just stamped it down. Press it all over. I'm not like putting a ton of like pressure on here. I just want to make sure that all the little parts connect, because if you put a bunch of pressure, you might end up with spots that just look like blobs. And then just hold your paper and take it off. And then I have like a little thing of water right here. What I was doing when I was doing it on my own, not filming, is I just took it straight to the sink and washed it, because you want to get that glue off of there. You don't want it all stuck in the little craggly spots, you know, and then you can't get it out later and blah blah blah. So then I just took glitter and went right over this, and I'm showing you on the black because it shows up well on black. I'm not saying that I would definitely do this on black, although you could. It does look cool. But I just want you to be able to see it. So that's what it ends up looking like. I'm sorry, I've got kind of crazy light in here right now. I've got two windows that face me, and so I block them with books and things, but obviously I can't really block the whole thing. So there is that, and that's what it looks like. So I've done both of them, and I'll show you what we're going to play with, if I can get my lid off of my glitter to put the glitter back in here. Got glitter everywhere, and I'm actually going to put my sponge in that water as well, because I don't think I'll need it again. And I don't want it to turn into a big stuck mess. So this is what the other stamp looks like, the one with more of the swirls and stars and things. Let me take this off of here so you can see. This is a little easier to see, maybe, if I get it in the right light without the black. There we go. You know, brain. Okay, so that's what that swirly, starry, whatever looks like on with the glitter. So they both come out really cool looking, I think. So what I did is I stamped them on vellum, and this is why I didn't show you just the vellum, because when I put it like this, you can't see them at all. Maybe on the black you can see a little bit. So you can see on there that ooh, definitely has kind of that icy look. So I also punched out one of these. They're the Polaroid picture type or picture frame, whatever you want to call it. I did the one that says beautiful down here, but I don't really even care what it says because I'm going to put something over it. And that's what I was trying to tell you the other day. I think they're good to use for all different kinds of things. So since I want to do kind of the Christmas thing, I'm going to just put a little ink in here to make this look in the lid. Always dipping it in the lid. I can't remember who it was the other day, if it was Allie or Denise. I think it might have been Denise. She dipped it in her little lid too, and then I went, oh good, it's not just me that does that. It's so funny when you just get on like autopilot and you're looking at something else thinking it's just right there, and it's not. Sorry, there's little hairs floating around everywhere. Oh, so my cat. So that reminded me because he's kind of losing hair. But he did get attacked by another cat, because we weren't even totally positive about that, just because it was kind of hard to tell what exactly the bite marks were. But he's fine. They shaved like a spot on his back like that big. And so he's just been twitching and itching and driving him crazy, because you know how it is when you like shave hair off and it gets itchy, like, because they, you know, it's not like smooth down to the skin, it's just got that little fuzz. So that's driving him crazy. So he's basically just hissing at all of us anytime we get anywhere near him. Plus, he, you know, he doesn't feel good. And he was starting to get a little bit of an abscess under his chin, because he also got bit under his chin, so he got that shaved, but that's just a little spot. So he's just been really cranky and doesn't feel very good, and I feel really bad for him, but I'm glad that, you know, we at least got him antibiotics and all of that jazz so that he can start feeling better. It's really what's driving him crazy is the hair shaved. Like, they cleaned him all up and the spots look good. They're not weeping or doing anything. They're just, you know, like scabs. And so that isn't the issue. The issue is just that his hair is shaved and it's just making him angry. And I'm sure it hurts still, you know, like bruised-ish or, you know, just sore. So anyway, I don't know. He mostly just stays in our backyard, but I didn't hear what happened. You know, like I didn't hear it. He came in and was all mopey and funny, and it took us a while to even figure out what was wrong with him. So yeah, anyway, but he's fine, so thank you guys so much. So what I'm going to do is take this and I'm going to cut a piece out to make, you know, like a spot that's see-through in this, which I'm going to turn into a pocket instead of a frame. But you could definitely put that in a journal and have it as, you know, a little photo frame. And you could just glue the sides and have it so you could slip the picture in that way or this way, whatever. But we're going to use a piece of this. So I'm cutting the one that doesn't have the stars and the swirls. This is more of the, what I thought looked like a Halloween thing, but to me it looks like frost and ice, like on a window, you know, on those really frosty, freezing cold days. Those of you that live in warm climates probably have no idea what I'm talking about, but I'm sure we've all seen like Christmas pictures or whatnot that have that sort of look. And lucky you if you do live in those places, because I am not loving the cold, but I normally don't, so I just don't like extremes either way. I don't like extremes in heat and I don't like extremes in cold, which I'm sure most people really don't like either of those either, because it's not comfortable. Alright, so as I get more glitter everywhere, I'm going to take my glitter glue, aptly named at this moment, and just put a bead in. Can you see? I keep getting out a frame because, again, I had to sort of change my camera to get it to stay, because if you remember, a couple times I almost knocked it over, and it was just because it wasn't staying where I had it. It kept wanting to fall forward. So now we've got it pretty stable. I think it's good. It's just that it's kind of further back and I haven't gotten used to where it's at yet. The learning curve is long for me. I'm an old dog who doesn't like new tricks. So then there's our little icy sort of picture, or frame, whatever you want to say, window. Alright, so then I also took a couple of these little die cuts, and I didn't get the stamps with these. I was confused when I read it. I thought it came with the stamps. So know that if you order from Inlovearts, don't think that they all come with the stamps. Make sure you read. It just said dies and stamps, and so I assumed that they came with them, but it doesn't. So I just got the dies. But I was just playing around with them because, you know, you can do stuff with just the dies too. It's just some of the shapes you wouldn't really be able to tell what they were without the stamps. But this one, you definitely can. So I just took and cut, I put a piece of the red paper, which is down here, and then I just slipped in a little piece of this yellow that kind of has these little like lines in it, so it sort of looks like, probably can't see because of the sun, lines in it like flames or whatever. And I took a piece of washi tape and held those two pieces of paper on there and then ran it through my die cut machine, and you know, I'm sure everybody's seen this stuff before. It's just, and then I cut this bow out. This is a separate bow that it comes with in the set. And I'm going to put that on there like that. But first I think I'm going to trim the bottom off of this because I think this is meant to be a bow here when you have the stamps, but it's kind of hard to tell what it is. So I'm just going to kind of trim that off because I feel like it's sort of a weird shape that sticks out from under this. And then I'm going to put this bow over the top of that. Now what I'm trying to decide is I kind of feel like it needs a center. Like a center in the bow. So I'm wondering if I should cut out maybe a darker green, just because I don't think, if I cut out another piece of that, I don't think it's going to show up. So I'm going to try to just one of these holes. I don't know if this will look right or not, but let's see. So if we put that there, I don't think it's going to work, just because of the way this comes up. It needs a different shape, and I unfortunately don't have a different shape to use in that, so I could just cut a piece. It's just kind of weird how it doesn't come up a little higher. I doubt I'm going to be able to cut anything that will even remotely work. Free-handed anyways. It just feels like it needs something in the middle of that bow. It was so cool today that my daughter's orchestra came and played at the elementary school where I worked, so I got to see her little Christmas caroling concert thing. That was fun. And those young kids like that. She said they had gone to the middle school and she felt like they were all just looking at her like they had daggers in their eyes or something. I don't know. She just didn't feel like the middle school students were very impressed. So she was happy because the elementary kids, you know, they kind of like that stuff better. It's too not cool enough is what I want to say for the bigger kids, I guess. And it's funny because she's in high school. It's funny when that kind of stuff, you know, kind of bothers her. It's like they're younger than you are. It's okay. But she's not real comfortable with that kind of thing. I mean, she can like get up and talk in front of people, and she can, you know, play her instrument or whatever, that kind of thing, but she doesn't like that judgment thing, which, you know, none of who does like that? Nobody. But anyway, it was just funny. And it's kind of funny because a lot of those kids are already in orchestra, and you'd think they would be more into it. Yeah, I think that helps. I know it's not perfect and it's not, you know, totally fabulous, but it just like needs something right there, I think. Maybe it's just me. So you can still, even without the stamps, make something, but just know, you know, if you go order, just make sure if you want it together that you order the stamps and order the, ow, I just stuck that right in my finger, and the, why did I do that? Dies. If I could talk and do this at the same time, it would be great. So there's that. I'm going to just kind of do this a little bit because I don't want it to look just flat. And I think I'm going to put that right there. So that'll be kind of a cute little pocket to go in our one of our minis. I didn't put any glue on the bow because I think it'll be fine. I don't really want to. I gotta be careful how far off I go because, you know, obviously if it's going in a mini journal, you're not gonna have as much room. And I forgot to ink the candle. Darn, let's try it with this instead of, because this is gonna be interesting with the glitter behind here. And that's doing nothing. Okay. So that can go in our little mini journal that I'm working on. And I added another page, so I think I'm going to put it back there because that doesn't have anything yet. I just added this one. And this is Tina's, some of the little pieces, I think I mentioned that. But some people are asking me how to make these. So you just make the pages whatever size you want, fold them in half like a card, like you've got a card, and then you just take like a piece of ephemera, or you can use anything. I was before just using little strips of paper and folding them in half, and that's all you're really doing is taking like a piece of paper. And you could use cardstock, but you know, obviously the thicker you're making the paper, the harder it will be. So I have these printed on a lightweight cardstock, which is not as thick as this red right here that I'm struggling to fold. But you just are essentially making that shape, gluing one side to this page and one side to this page. That's all the hinge is on those. And I do have a video where it was the first, it's called Super Simple Journal. And it's the same as Rachel at Roxy Creations did one as well. So she's the one that came up with this hinge journal idea. I just kind of have been making loads of them because they're fun and I've had people wanting them and stuff. So anyway, I used all different pieces of ephemera, like there's even a round one that you can fold in half and use as a hinge to hold the pages. So I think we'll put this pocket over here. And I am going to glue it on like a pocket, so maybe I will put it kind of centered instead of over to the side so that, you know, you can tell it's a pocket. I'm going to have to glue this down a little bit more right here. I don't want stuff getting caught on it. I probably should have just cut it off more, but I didn't. Oh, there's a big gap right there. You have to do repairs first. Probably should have put some little clamps. See, that's the only thing, because this vellum, or transparency paper is what I did this on. It gets wavy when it gets glue or whatever on it. And it had the glue and the glitter on there, so. The good part is there's a little that just squirted through over there. I'm just going to put a teeny bit of glitter on it. Because that way it just looks like part of that. So that's definitely a benefit of doing this icy look with vellum, because usually when vellum gets you know, the glue gets over on the other side, it's hard to get it off and it doesn't look right. Sorry, I didn't have this down all the way. I gotta make sure I get the top too, because like I said, don't want stuff catching. Because that wouldn't be fun to have a pocket and have everything catching all over. Alright, I think that'll do it. I'm gonna get the glitter off of here. And I'm just going to do those 3 sides. You could cut one of those little like divots in it if you wanted to. I'm even going to put some on here just so it might catch a little bit too, help hold it down. Yeah, these little journals have been super fun. I just have been having a blast. And like I said, I've had lots of people that have, you know, wanted to order them from me, so kind of been making a lot, I know. I hope it's not boring, but at least I'm doing different techniques and things, I guess, so you can get a little something new out of it. That's a good part about glitter glue, it grabs fast. And then I'm going to grab a little piece of ephemera, let's see. This is the problem, this is my stuff I take downstairs. I've been working at night too, so I take it downstairs so I can at least hang out with my family a little bit easier. But, oh, you know, it might look kind of cool. I got these fun little tags at, where did I get these? I don't remember. Let me think for a minute. Where did I get those? I just got them the other day. There's another little journal. Don't know. Oh, Walmart. I got those at Walmart the other day when I was in there. But see, you could put lots of little different pieces in there. Let's find another one that has something on it. Maybe this one because it's got kind of a darker flower on it, so you can see the flower through there. I don't know. It's just kind of fun little thing. All right. So I think I will definitely leave that little tree. I like that. You can kind of see it through there, and it's a perfect size for this. That's done, and I don't know that I love this, so I think I'll take that off and put something else on there later. Or I may just leave it like that just so it doesn't add bulk. And another thing that I did was I punched out some of those cool these little guys that I showed you the other day. And I'm going to move this water before I end up dumping it all over the place, because that wouldn't be great. So this is the circles. It makes pretty big circles. Oh, there's a little spot that has lots of little confetti fall out. And then this is the one that looks more like it looks like a chimney to me, or like bricks, laid bricks, that kind of thing. So I was thinking this one might be kind of fun to put in here or in the other journal, because I have some little Santas. I think this one's getting kind of full. This is the one that we did this in. And I decorated it. I didn't show you guys that. And these are the cards that I put in there. They just slide in here. And that way you can see them through the vellum that we put a little bit. And then these are just other little cards that I backed all of them so that, you know, they have something on them. So that goes there. I think that this one's pretty good. Oh, I put that Santa there. So I think that's good other than the front, which that might be a cool spot, because I also cut out but just book page ones, and not all these pop out, but I'm not going to pull on them because they rip the book page too easily. But it would look kind of neat as a background, which is why I got them, because I wanted them to be kind of like background pieces to put on pages. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let's do that. Get this on there. Yeah, I've been having to go to lots of different stores because I'm starting to do some Christmas shopping, and the problem is I get in there and I can't think because there's so many people everywhere. And as we all know, I am not a people person, and so I tend to just kind of get like, get me out of here. That's all I can think, get me out of here. It's horrible. I wish I was not like that. It is the most aggravating feeling to me, especially when I need to do stuff. Like, there's stuff I need to get done, and all I want to do is get out. I don't know why I'm like that. So it makes it hard to think of, oh no, I just ripped that. See, this is the problem with book page. I think I might have to just put a little bit of glue down or something. I'll just put it on here. Yeah, when you're that kind of person that can't handle that, and there's stuff that you have to get, you know, Christmas is coming. I need to get some things, and I cannot think. It's just so irritating. And I'm sure I could probably, maybe I need therapy or something, I don't know, but don't really have the money for that. I mean, this is my therapy. This is what makes me feel good. So, like, that's, you know, I consider it my therapy, but, like, I probably need something more that would help me get a grip when I'm in public places. I don't know. I just don't like it at all. Put that Santa there. I kind of want to pop him up, so I think I'm going to do that. If I can find my dimensionals. Because I don't know what I did with my big roll of dimensional tape. Oh, it's right there in front of me. Yeah, I'm going to use that because it's a bigger piece. See, I had to go out today and get stuff too, so I'm kind of scatterbrained, which I'm always kind of scatterbrained, but I'm extra scatterbrained, I feel like. You guys are so kind to put up with me. I don't know how you do it. Ugh. See, that bugs me when that pops up like that, because then I feel like it's not going to stay on there. Oh no, it's not doing it again. And I'm pulling off all the ink and junk on my fingers. I don't think I want him to go that way just because that's kind of... it's telling me to turn this way. I don't know. Don't ask. I don't know. Okay, so there's that part, and I feel like it needs more stuff. And I know I'm going to take a piece of fabric that'll come around this part like I do with these. So that's why I did scoot this a little bit this way. So maybe like a poinsettia right there would be good. Let me see where my... I kind of just have stuff everywhere. Sitting and waiting to go on things. Yeah, I think I like that little poinsettia there. There's a little glob of glue right there that I don't like. Let's use tacky glue to make sure that stays down. Okay, so I'm going to let all that stuff dry that we did to this one, and maybe we'll do a few little things in the other one, because it doesn't have any decorations yet. But I really like that. These are really neat for just a little something back there. And then, like I said, there'll be fabric over here. And I'll show you when I get to that, but I'm not going to go dig through my fabric right this minute because nobody wants to wait for that. I put all kinds of little things in here. Oh, I know what I was thinking with this. These are in Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodah's Festive Frolics. So I thought it would be fun to cut this envelope, but not all the way. Just like, and I'm probably going to end up with my head in there. Can you guys see? Probably not. I'm just cutting along the line of the print on the, you know, where she printed the envelope shape on here. Turn it a little bit. The shadow I can't see. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of go to that line there. So it's just making like a, it's not open all the way, but you know, it's just making like a little flip. Okay. And it says Christmas list on it. But I'm going to put it on this ledger that has more of the, not just lines, because I think you can write over here really well. And then I'm going to glue it down so it's a pocket, but I'm going to leave it so that that flips up. And I know that'll be kind of hard when you're putting stuff in and out, because it might want to stick through there, obviously. But I think, you know, if you know how it is, you'll know that it's there like that. You could even, wait, I know how to fix that, so that won't happen. So we need another piece of paper, and it doesn't matter what. I just need something a little bit thicker than like writing paper. I'm just going to use a piece of this because I just don't have anything right here that'll work. Great. I kind of think I need to, I probably don't. It's probably fine. Okay, so I'm trying to think exactly how I want to do this. I just need to cover up this part up here at the top. Amy. Shred that piece of paper to nothing. Because the bottom part doesn't matter because that's not, you just need it to cover so that this, so see when you look in here that's what you see, but we're going to flip it over this way so you see the more like old book page right there. That way when whatever you slide in, it'll go all the way in. So you just have to glue this so that, sorry, I'm thinking. Okay, so you don't want to, you just want to glue the top part up here for the top. That was rough, huh? You were probably screaming at me. glue down on the bottom part as well, because it's okay if it glues down to that part. We just don't want to seal this little flap. I hope this is making some sort of sense. So I'm going to glue it this way because I want to see that color. I don't want to see the white. I'm going to have to trim it a little because I didn't glue it straight. Shocking. So now see, it'll just open that little flap. So you can tuck something in there, is what I'm trying to get at. I want to make sure this glue doesn't come off or doesn't stick to the part you don't want it to stick to. Okay. Now we'll turn this into just a pocket. And I am going to snip it just a little. Wrong one. Corner rounder. I went to Costco today to get, and well, I was thinking about getting, I just wanted to look at their Christmas trees because our Christmas tree, we put it up the other day. I think I mentioned that. And I got all of it, lights, all the stuff on it, all the ornaments on it. 4 hours later, the lights went out and we cannot get it to work again. And my husband's took apart the base and, you know, where the little like housing is or whatever for the lights, and he can't fix it. So I'm so aggravated because it's just sitting down there all decorated and everything, and the lights don't work. And I don't think it's like, because they're the LED lights and they're supposed to, we've only had it for 6 years, but and I can't take it back because, you know, they only ever have a 1-year warranty or whatever. And it's the LED lights that are supposed to, if one's out, then all the other ones are still supposed to stay on. You know, that's the new thing, not like the old lights where it was one goes out and the whole strand goes out. It's not supposed to be like that. So I know that it has to have something to do with the housing or whatever you want to call it in there. I have to make sure that I have this going in the right direction. Okay. So that's completely frustrating. Because what I really don't want to do right now is buy a new Christmas tree. Alright, let me grab, I'll just use this little card for the effect. I don't know if I'll leave it there, I may not. But anyway, see? That's fun. And then we'll have another little spot in here, but I haven't figured out what I want to put there yet. So I had a few other things that were tucked here and there, and one of them was this that fell out. Again, this was one of Tina's things that had the little, like, ribbon sides on it, but I took them off so that it would fit on my page as a pocket. Oh, I want to put, gotta have the little divot, right? Some of them I do, some of them I don't bother, but... And it's kind of fun because it's supposed to be like a label, so you can just write on it. And I'll back these cards as well as the ones I already did. I just didn't get that far last night because I was just putting the book together. So yeah, I'm kind of a bah humbug anyway sometimes about Christmas because I don't know, I think we've just lost a lot of family. It's just kind of a rough time of the year. And then when stuff like that happens, it makes me just want to put it all away and just say, we're done this year. Oh, and then to top it off, yesterday we get home. I mean, these are all first world problems, big whoopity-doo-dah, I know. But I just brought my son home because my daughter had cello lessons, so I went and picked him up from school and brought him home. And the UPS, or the postal person, because I don't know that everybody knows what UPS is, but anyway, comes up our driveway with his Christmas present. And of course it's not in a brown box, no. And it couldn't have got here like a half an hour earlier, no. So now he knows what he got. We already got my daughter her piccolo, which that was our own choice, you know, because she needed it to start practicing. So it's like, wow, see, Merry Christmas, we're done. And I don't like to be that way because I really do like it. I love all this, all the stuff and, you know, the decorations, and it's all pretty, and, but ay, sometimes. I mean, his gift was in a box. It was just in its original box. It wasn't, you know, usually they send them in the, well, I'm definitely covering that now that I did that, but anyway, I don't know why I was even inking those on the back. This is a postcard that I already backed, or a printout of an old postcard. Why is that so globby right there? And that can just tuck right in there too. So anyway, sorry, I'm Scrooge. Aggravating, telling ya. So I put this little postcard, that's one of mine from my Letters to Santa Digi, and I just like this little Santa right here. This is from Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodah, her Festive Frolics. And I'm not affiliated with Tina, I liked this little set, it's cute. I like her very much, I just am not like on her design team or anything like that. I'm actually going to scoot him up so you can see his bag. I felt like you couldn't really see his bag on all the green leaves. There's that one. There was something else I thought in here. Oh, it was another one of these. I don't know if I'm going to do this one. It says Dear Santa, but I think I don't want to do this, have two of those same things in there. But we do need something else. So let's see, she's got some cute pockets with that set. And I forgot to tell you guys this part, I shrunk this set down. So this is like 2 on a page instead of 1 on a page. So if you're thinking, man, those are tiny, that's why. I shrunk them down so that I could use them in this more easily. I'll use this one. And we can decorate it. So I have to fold this. And since I don't have a scoreboard, so to speak, I'm actually going to do it this way so I can see the line. Sometimes I'll either do it on my cutter or I'll just do this kind of thing to do the folds. To get them started. Once they have been folded, they usually work pretty good. I almost can't see the lines on here even with my glasses on. Hey. Sorry, struggling with that white on white thing, you know. Can't see it. Everything's going to have a little tiny sparkle to it because I got a bunch of glitter right here. Is it driving someone crazy? I know someone will be driven crazy by that. It's the neat people, the super neat people that kind of stuff drives crazy. Denise. She's probably like, would you wipe off your board? Ugh. I understand. I feel your pain with dealing with me. It probably would bug me if I was watching, but since I'm the one doing it, for some reason it's not really bothering me. Not that I got that centered, but hey. Alright, so what cute little thing could we put on there? I've used that little dog before. Here's a Santa. Here's like a letter with a deer. Will that fit? Oh, it does fit. I could just kind of put the Santa up over here. You could have it almost as another pocket on a pocket. Let's see. Do we want to do that? There's so much little ephemera, you definitely could, because you could do this kind of thing. Yeah, let's do it. Why not? And we'll just put a tiny little divot on it. Maybe. I don't have any other size of these. I mean, I have another circle punch, but it's not really going to make much difference than this. So why am I having so much trouble? I think my sponge is starting to fall apart again. That drives me nutty. And I tried those makeup sponges because, like, I know Gail uses them and a lot of people use them, but they really fall apart even faster. Like, I felt like it was dropping the little fuzzies right away. So I don't know, maybe if it was the kind I got or what, but I just got dollar store ones. But I've heard other people say they use dollar store ones, so I don't know. Maybe it's me. Maybe I pushed too hard or something. It's possible. Sounds, well, do I want that Santa? I can't decide. I mean, he is pretty cute. You can't really see that it's a Santa stamp right there, but it's gotten so tiny in the process that you can't hardly see it. So let's just do a little layering on that to give it a little interest. We could even use a piece of this. That would be kind of fun. Let's snip off those top ones. Yeah, that's cute. Alright, so this should be easier to glue because it is not book page. So I would highly recommend all the die cuts that I got from them. I mean, like I said, I like those, the little ones, but get the stamps if you're going to get them if you don't have anything that would go with that, because it just would make a better, you know, look to it than having them by themselves like I got them. I think. I'm just gluing over here on this book. Another thing that we could do is take our little, I'm going to use archival ink just because sometimes my distress ink doesn't give the best image, because that's really not what it's for. I'll just kind of take some of this here, kind of like we do with the words. And I'm going to cover the pocket so that I don't end up with it on the pocket where I don't really want it. And I don't care if it gives a complete image, like I'm not that worried about it. I just want a little something up there. Let's kind of do it down here too. Well, those are going to be folded, so you're not even going to see that. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about it. So those will get folded back. So where should we put this one? Maybe on this side? Or we could put it, I won't go on either of those. Could go right here. I kind of like to leave, you know, some journaling space on these, so I think that's what I'll do. And if I can get any glue out of here after not closing the lid properly. That one is weird, so we're going to cut it. It doesn't want to cooperate. There you go. I really like their stamps too. I have to say that they're a really good silicone. Like, they have a good soft feel. They're not, you know, like some of them are kind of hard and they just kind of hard to use. So these ones are really nice and soft. And I'm just going to put some things in there. They're not inked or anything yet, but that's fine. I liked this Santa in here, even though we're Santa-ing out on this. I thought the bingo card's fun. So there, something like that there works. Got this one here. I feel like this kind of needs a little something, like maybe just a tuck spot. Or a little cluster or something. How about the little kitty cat? Of course, I love the little kitty cat. Let's see, let me look at some of these that Denise sent me. Oh, we could do like some of this again. I'm just liking this. I'll just have the whole book full of this. Yeah, so I would show you my crazy poor cat, but he is just, let's say, not a happy camper. He is cranky, which I get. I totally get it. I would be super cranky, so I understand. But he does not want to be messed with. And he even hissing at me, which is like very rare. He doesn't really hiss at me at all. This morning he came up and was purring and everything, and I'm like, oh good, you're feeling better, and I kind of scratched his back where he doesn't have any issues, and he thought he was all happy, and then he kind of started twitching again because, you know, it's itchy, scratchy, and uncomfortable. And I reached over him to grab something, not on him or anything, and he hissed at me. It's like, I'm not going to do anything to you. I'm just grabbing something. It's okay. I do feel bad for him though. Poor guy. That is no fun getting all beat up like that. And then, you know, they don't get what in the world's with the vet and all that. I could use one of these little sayings. That's what it needs. It needs something. Hey, Christmas, hello. That would be cute. Let's just use that one. Alright. If I don't put the lid on this, or the pin in this, I'm going to have a problem. Lid on that one. And our little Santa here. ink this a little on my glue book. I didn't do it to the other one, but fine. I'm just gluing. I need to move some stuff. It works a lot better if you use a little bit thicker paper. As far as, it looks really cool with the book page, it's just the book page rips easy. So if you're going to use book page, make sure you put the glue on the paper, not on the little thingy my bob here. Now I have little tiny squares stuck to my glue and stuck to my Santa. So this will just kind of be a little collage, not anything useful really. Useful to look at though. Cool. I definitely like those. I'll be using those lots. Because this one would be cool for like a beehive too. It would be a neat sort of beehive type thing. Alrighty. Well, I gotta go find fabric to do the other parts. This one need... Yeah, I feel like this one needs just something. That little wreath is cute. Could make kind of a tuck spot up there. Oh, this is cool. Mail early for Christmas. I like that. Do I have just a little... I like this, but I guess if you did it like a corner tuck, that might be kind of good because it would help hold that and then you can tuck up under it easier. It's like on both sides. That's crazy. Alright, let's see. I don't want to get all the little fuzzies on everything. This is Tim Holtz. This is from Dreams, etc. Those pieces I was using for a while, those Santas and kids and things. So it's in my stash box there. I need to put all that back. So we're just going to glue around the edge of this. Which way do I want it? I think I want it with these up. Uh-oh, see, I messed up my glue. I'm going to have to go put the tip in boiling water now. Ugh. I think I'd learn these lessons, but I don't. There we go. Oh, I did it backwards! Oh, for crying out loud, Amy. See? Dingy. I'm telling you. If I got any dingier. You start worrying people. I tell my kids all the time, you know you're going to have to take care of me when I'm old. My poor kids. They're like, great. Okay, focus. Top would have been fine, huh? I could have left it, geez. Well, it would have been hard to get it off just right, so we're just going to go with this. We're going to do lots of these little things over on this side. So hopefully it will stay down. That envelope's a hot mess, really. It's got all kinds of stuff stamped all over it. I wonder if it was one of those that like got lost and who knows what. I think I need a little under there. Not there, but under this. Oopsie. Now the glue's coming out. Hopefully that won't be a problem, that little piece. Wipe off my fingers while I got it out. Alright, what are we doing on time? Oh my goodness, I'm sorry, I'm over an hour. So all I'm going to do is, you know, take a little something like that and tuck it up in there. You guys get the idea of what a tuck is. So we did lots of stuff today. I don't even know that I can show you all of it. We'll just do a quick recap if I can find the other little book. Let me set this down. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's right here. Jeez. Okay, so the front of this with that little part. And then not any of that. We did not that. I think all we did in this one was this, didn't we? And the front. So that little pocket, I think that turned out really cute. You guys can see the little window. You can kind of see the Christmas tree through there. So that's fun. And then this one we did lots of stuff. This pocket and the tuck and the Santa and this little pocket tuck thing. We used our little funny, I am going to call them brick because I don't know what else to call it. The little, and then our little envelope tuck that'll have a little spot back here where you can put something. So voila. All right, have an awesome evening, you guys. Thank you so much for everything. We'll chat again soon. Bye-bye now.